And five Axiom Tax Resolution Group ready to help you during this tax season. Well, here we are in the middle of it. Some of you have it together, and some of you don't. I get it. I'm still trying to get my documents together, and we'll be filing soon. And I do feel for people if you've ever been in that situation where you've just been hit and blindsided with a tax bill, even with the improvements in the tax code in the last tax year, things can get out of hand because the code is still a gigantic mess. And so we're not blaming you. No one's blaming you. Perry understands you can make just a miscalculation mathematically or just in judgment and still wind up in a bad place with the IRS, and they're about to threaten you or already threatening you or seizing your stuff. What we do know is this: the laws do protect you from harassment. There are programs set aside to help you settle for less than you owe. And Perry knows all this stuff. He knows more about this than I think anybody in the country. There's no, let me put it this way. I don't want to overstate it. He wouldn't want me to do that. I don't think there's anybody in this country that knows more than Perry. And we're lucky to have him here so you can work in a very personal way with him and get square with the IRS. Get this off your back. Don't let it keep you up at night anymore. Settle for less than you owe. Get this out of your life. Because here's the sad part. Even if you're dealing with something 2 years ago, there's another bill every April. It just keeps coming. It never stops. And the best thing you do is catch up from the past and do things right going forward. He can give you advice on all of that stuff. Ready to sit down with you again, face to face, so y'all can talk about these things. It's Perry Cronin at Axiom Tax Resolution Group, 205tax.com, 205tax.com. All right, it's State of the Union night. We're just hours away, and everybody's packing into Washington for the show that is expected and predicted to go long. It's supposed to be a long speech, probably a record-setting speech. When the White House tells you, go ahead and get your pajamas on, this one's going to take a minute, you better get comfortable. So we'll see what happens. The optics are all lining up. Here's some of the lay of the land for the room itself. Hockey team's coming. By the way, what the hell with the media? Can I just stop for a second? We got this hockey player. There's an iconic image of this guy with a flag around his shoulders. He just won for his country. His teeth have been knocked out. He's sweaty. What a story. Scored the game-winning goal after getting his teeth knocked out. You know who Time Magazine puts on the cover? The girl that skated for the Chinese. This insufferable twat that skated for the Chinese gets the cover, and this hero of the game was like a movie script story. He and all his brothers on the team skating for their country, beating the Canadians, first time in 46 years. That's one of those images, like right after Trump got shot with his fist in the air. I thought about the other day, there should be a museum to these kind of Americana images, moments in time that people will never forget. And it would be brilliant and fascinating. Instead, the left there anyway, y'all get them. These people are just insufferable. The New York Times had a story I saw, I don't know where it was placed in the Times, but it was an argument that pedophilia is not a crime. It's just a disorder in the New York Times. But if it's a disorder, it's got victims. And usually if there's a victim, there's a crime. These people are idiots. Okay. Anyway, I squirreled myself. State of the Union tonight. Hockey team's there. Erica Kirk's been invited. She's being smeared maliciously online with this Kansas Owens creature. You've got the Democrat ladies wearing white again for some reason. Some of them are going to boycott and go smoke weed on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial. I don't know what they're doing. Bring some drums, have a little drum circle, whatever. Then Thomas Massey, this clown, he's going to sit on the Democrat side tonight. Why don't you just switch parties? Just kick him out already. All right, so you got all those optics tonight. And then there's Trump. Who knows what he's going to be talking about economics and affordability in the middle class and regular folks. And we'll see where it goes. Get your bingo card. Get your drinking game out. State of the Union is tonight. Steve's been holding forever. Let me get Steve in here, and then we'll keep some of the calls as we get the last hour of the show done before this big show this evening. Steve, what's up, buddy?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, man, go.
I got a story for you. About 3.5 weeks ago, I woke up one morning and my Apple Pay had been hit by a TikTok merchant during the night, rapid fire, unbeknownst to me. and they got over 600.
Oh man, your phone cut off. I think they also hacked your phone. We've had that a couple times. If you want to call back and tell that story, Steve, we'll let you get on the radio. But your phone call dropped. Shane is in Inslee. What's up, Shane?
Hey, Leland, did you happen to see the Huffington Post put out the article about how it makes them feel yucky that people are at the Olympics winning?
No, but I've seen a lot of variations of that. These people abhor patriotism. They don't want unity in this country. They don't want the old toxic masculinity that the hockey game brought back to the stage, and they're vomiting right now in they're vomiting in their shoes.
Well, so they posted it on X, and it said it just makes me feel yucky to see Americans winning for some reason. And so in the replies, there's a family-owned seafood company in Maryland that had a pretty disparaging reply. Needless to say, I went online and ordered some blue crab last night.
Nice.
AJ, if you can find that post from the Jimmy's Famous Seafood in Maryland, I think it's like I said, it's not as nice as you want it to be, but it really does lay it all out there. I mean, what could be worse than seeing America winning?
These people I'm telling you, they hate this country. They collectively reinforce each other, especially with the social media bubble. I don't buy this argument, oh, we just want to make it better. They hate people. They hate happiness. They're the fun suckers of the universe right now. They don't want joy. They don't want competition. They don't want merit. They don't want money. They don't want responsibility. They don't want a work ethic. These people have a sense of entitlement and a bizarre sense of what the history of this place is. And that's probably a failure of a lot of things. I think Gen X, we let our kids get soft. And of course, and then they get spun into this fantasy land of a country that never existed, a history that never existed. They're rewriting the history of everything right now, and it's by design. If they're going to defeat this place, we have to give up the ties that bind us. So what do? The politics of division. Everything's about race or sexuality. That's why they get their own flag and they got their own national anthems now and all this. Instead of us just all getting together and going, you know what? We all different. Everybody's different. You're kind of screwed up. I'm kind of screwed up. But damn, we won the hockey game. Isn't that great? You, America. That's where we all get in the same place and drop all that nonsense. And that's where cultural diversity wins. And even the argument that diversity is our strength is a bald-faced lie. It is not our strength. Our strength are our ties that bind us together, the threads that hold this sweater together. It's the things we have in common, the things we reinforce about each other. Just being different for the sake of being different is not a strength. The weakest link in a chain is the weakness of the whole chain. If you got people that won't pull their weight intentionally or otherwise, your chain's no good. Your machine doesn't work. One gear's bad, the whole damn thing stops working. That's not a strength. And so we've been fed this nonsense until we're all about to vomit from it, and we get this little peek at the past, and that is comeback victory, storybook script, grown-ass men playing a whole game. I saw, I think it was Babylon B the other day, said LeBron James was stunned to watch hockey players get up after falling down. It's all of this stuff. I don't even like hockey. I've not been able to get into it. But, man, if America's going to win, I can get down with that. If you're going to be pro-American, love your country, fight for your country, win for your country, you can be doing that little curler, that stupid thing where they curl and push that thing, AJ, and blow on it and try to get it. I'm down. I'm going to learn about curling at that point. By the way, this little girl that went and skated for China, is she the most arrogant little thing to come along in a long time? In a nation full of narcissists and self-flagellating neurotics on social media, this woman takes the cake. She should move to Beijing. Bobby's in Winston County. What's up, Bobby?
Not much. I know you heard about it, and you probably talked about it, about that principal told them kids get back in class or they're going to get suspended.
Yeah, that was like Virginia or something, wasn't it? Wasn't that Virginia? I forget what state that was.
But I'm just saying we need more principals like that around here.
Yep. These ICE protests. Look, when I was a dumb little high school kid, if I didn't care what your protest was. If I could get out of English class, I was outside the door. I would go outside, and then they get outside, and some of these schools. Thanks, Bobby. Some of these schools, they just get out there and fight. One little autistic kid got left behind the other day. They walked down the street and did some stupid stuff. This is not civics. I'm going to make this stick. I'm going to start calling them the Nutsy Party. Y'all are welcome to use that all you want. Michael's on the cell phone. What's up, Michael?
Are you with me?
Yeah, man. Go.
All right, wait a minute. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Michael. Go, man.
All right, here's Leland. I have known. I'm 63 years old.
All right.
I've listened to you for 30 years. I've known you, followed you all your career, and I hope I don't get on your list. The State of the Union, will I watch it? No, because why? I'm a person who has been a loyal Trump supporter. Met him in '83, met him in 2017, and I'm praying. This is what I'm praying, and I have my reasons. He's going to get in. If the Republicans lose the House, he will be impeached. If we will lose the Senate, which I don't want him to lose the Senate, if we just have a hair thin, he's going to be impeached and thrown out of office. But I don't think that's going to happen because I think we're going to remain the Senate. I want the Senate to stay Republican, but I want the House to go back to Democrats so they can impeach him. Number one, make America great is not what I thought it was. He is not making America great, in my opinion. He's getting us in all wars. He's picking fights where don't need to be fights. He's not doing nothing for the economy. Yeah, he's adding to the deficit by billions in 10 years. It's going to be $64 trillion in debt. And I'm a person who believes his daddy was a stone cold racist. So if his daddy was a stone cold racist, he's a stone cold racist. That's inbreed. And we know that he's the stone cold racist, and we know that he does not respect women. He's on the Epstein file. He's part of that. He's not a
Michael, hang on, man. You're giving me too much to deal with. Let me see where I can agree with you on any of that. Yes, the deficit is too high, and Trump's not doing a whole lot to get rid of that. But when we get the trade deficit down, that's good. You're wrong on the economy. The economy's clearly getting better all over the place.
For who?
For everybody. Yeah, it's totally getting better for everybody. Everything's better. Well, you need to get to work then because the gas is down, grocery prices are down, inflation has come to a manageable level. The GDP's up enough to grow us out of it. We're on a good track. It didn't happen overnight. It's only been 12 months, but it's getting better.
I work 70 hours a week.
Yeah.
To put food on my table.
Well, it's cheaper than it was a year ago. Whatever you're doing for a living, things are cheaper, and presidents don't have some switch they can flip, and they're trying to reverse engineer some of the biggest stupidity in economics I've ever seen.
All right.
As far as the Epstein files, you can't say that. There's no proof of anything with the Epstein files. Y'all are making that up completely out of whole cloth. You have no proof, and some of you are going to get your ass sued for saying these things as a matter of fact. I'm just saying, Michael, whatever you're doing for a living, you're going to be broke as hell when you get sued for stating things as fact that are not supported by any evidence whatsoever.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Now I'll let you go. What is your opinion on Social Security, people receiving retirement?
What about it?
I'm going to be honest with you, Leland. If I hear a politician or if I hear a talk show host say it to my face or an individual on the road or in the store and he tells me that's an entitlement, I'm going to punch him in the mouth.
Well, they call them that on the budget. They don't mean it like it's welfare. And when the word entitlement has been twisted, and I know what you're saying with that, Michael. You are entitled to it because you earned it. You paid in, and you're getting screwed. Social Security is the biggest ripoff the government's ever come up with, and I've got family all over the place that are absolutely dependent on it, and I've been paying into it since I was 15 years old, and I don't think I'll ever really see it. I mean, by the time if you wait to take it out in your late 60s, I mean, your life expectancy is in your 70s, and then what do you get it back for 6 years? You get a little. They throw you a little bit for 6 years. It's a total ripoff, and they've stolen all the money. So,
right.
But as far as it being something that you've earned and paid into, same thing for Medicaid, Medicare. veterans benefits. These are things that are earned, but the government has to account for it when they budget, and they lump it all into something they call entitlements. It shouldn't be there, lumped into things like welfare and other things. When they use it that way, they mean you're entitled to it because you've bought it, you've contractually bought into and paid for it your whole life, and you're entitled to get your money.
All right, can I ask you one more thing?
You got to go fast.
Will Tuberville be the governor of Alabama?
Oh yeah, nobody's running against him.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I'm going to make a prediction right now. He will step out. He will not run for governor. He will come up with some reason why he can't be governor. And the reason is they're going to find out he's a bald-faced liar. He don't live in the state of Alabama, and he never has. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, he has. I know where his house is in Auburn. He just got a beach house. Y'all, he's got a beach house.
Yeah, but you think he lived in you think a man who's put $50 million lives in a small house in Auburn, Alabama?
I know Warren Buffett lives in the same house. He's one of the richest guys in the world. He lives in the same house he bought in 1957. Tiny little house.
I know Tuberville from the college. People don't know when he graduated from college. He graduated from college.
Michael,
yes.
Calm down, man. You got a lot of angst today. You need to go chill. Watch the State of the Union back and call me and give me a review of it tomorrow. Thanks. Man.
I will do that.
Michael throwing bombs up in here today. He's got everybody pegged. That's all right. That's all right, Michael. Good call, man. That's how you do it. All right. Storm restoration roofing. Let's get your roof fixed. Two sets. I divide usually my conversation about Greg Nelson's coming into two parts. One, you've got an existing roof that's gotten old. They get old. They time out. They expire. It's not like the rest of your house. They do have to be replaced from time to time, and that can really kick you in the kiwis unless you do some good planning for that kind of budget. Greg Nelson, he's the best roofer I've ever come across, almost 30 years in the business. His whole family's working with him in the business, take a lot of pride in what they do, and he'll put that roof on right. If you don't install a roof correctly, you don't get the benefit of the warranties. The manufacturer of the product will not guarantee the product if it's installed incorrectly. You better get the best roofer you can find. That's Greg. And in addition to that, he's got finance companies that can help you finance that project. So sometimes you need to do that. Same thing with emergency situations. We're about to head into storm season, and you could wake up one day and have a serious issue going on with the wind and the rain and the storms that are on the way. The next 2 or 3 months, put this number aside. If you do run into trouble, those same finance companies can also help you finance an emergency project, at least say your deductible portion. And if you're working with your insurance company, you better turn that claim in right and tight, or they will turn you down. It's Storm Restoration Roofing. Y'all reach out to them at 205-542-3531, 205-542-3531, Storm Restoration Roofing. It's 528 Leland Live Talk Internet 5. Crocker Moving Services next up here on the show. Whether it's a little short move and you only need them for a couple of hours or big time move, you're taking everybody, all the things with all the trucks and all the people to help you. They can handle it. Eric Crocker's just a great guy that runs a great company. I think his whole company is a reflection of his no nonsense, get it done personality. He learned that in the Marine Corps. We salute his service, and I salute that company. We get so many listeners that reach out and they're just pleased as punch when they're done. Moving is such, they say it's the same stress as having a death in the family. So let them handle it and take that stress off yourself and let them do it right and not break your stuff. CrockerMovingServices.com. CrockerMovingServices.com. Here's Jeff on a cell phone. We'll squeeze a call in real quick. What's up, Jeff?
Hey, Leland. Enjoy the show always. Just want to comment about the gentleman talking about Social Security, and I know it's a bad system. But it's funny to me how so many people act like it's a savings account.
Yeah.
And it was never set up that way. And just wanted to, if you get bored, go and Google the initial recipients of Social Security for 2 or 3 years, 3 or 4 maybe. Everybody got a lump sum. And then they started making monthly payments, and an interesting story was this lady was in her 60s or close to 60 when she started paying in. She paid in a total of $24 and something, and she ended up living to be 100, and she received back $24,000.
Oh, wow. Hey, Jeff, I got to run. We're just at the bottom of the hour. By the way, the first word in the program is supplemental. It was supposed to be supplemental. Back in a minute. All right, 5:35. Let's bump on over to Stockton Mortgage. Talk to our friend Thomas. See what's happening with those guys tonight. I bet you got your phone ringing these days with these interest rates starting to ease on down, Thomas.
Yes, sir. We do, man. We're doing a lot of pre-approvals, man, because spring is here, and we are doing tons and tons of pre-approvals, which is so exciting for us. And man, we've got lots of great programs available for people. Whether you may not have saved enough money for that down payment. We've talked many times about all of our down payment assistance programs. Look, we have 7 different programs that can offer you 100% financing available. And sometimes we can even go above 100% financing to help you with some of your closing costs. So, don't let not having enough funds or down payment, the old adage, you got to have 20% down. Don't let that scare you away from calling and just having a conversation. Give us a call. We probably have a plan available. If you're interested or if your dream is to own a home, we probably have a plan available that can get you there. Just give us a call. Let us have a conversation and see what we can do. Worst thing that we can say is maybe it may not be today, but hey, it may be in a couple of weeks or a couple of months. The best thing that you can do is just know where you stand today and know how to get there. And that's what we like to do, is just show you a path forward into home ownership and just educate you on what you need to do and how to get there. And so that's what we try to teach all of our clients, and just educate them on what the buying process looks like for them and tailor a program specific for them. So give us a call this evening. We're always available, 205-859-8859 or savewithstockton.com.
All right, savewithstockton.com. Y'all don't be scared. Just start with just a few questions. They don't mind talking to you for a little bit. You don't have to be ready to jump in the deep end, but they're there to help. Savewithstockton.com.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Thomas.
All right, man.
All right, buddy.
Have a good one.
There's Thomas tonight. Savewithstockton.com. All right, Steve, is this Steve from previously? He was calling us about an Apple Pay situation. Steve, we got cut off somehow. I'm going to give you the floor and let you explain what happened. Maybe you should start from the beginning.
Okay, yeah, Leland, long-time listener here, Stephen Hoover.
Well, thank you.
Several weeks ago, in the middle of the night, my Apple account got hacked, and in rapid-fire fashion, they started debiting money out of my account. It said it was going to a TikTok merchant. When I looked at it, I didn't even know it actually until 2 days later. And so they got several $100s. And so I called to do a complaint. They did an investigation. The bank that handles these for Apple supposedly is not involved with that at all. But anyway, they came back and said that the charges were authorized. And yeah, middle of the night, I said, well, I don't know who authorized them, but I was asleep and nobody has my phone and nobody's in my house except for my wife and I. So after they told me that it was authorized, I tried to go up the line, talk to somebody higher. They opened up a second investigation, came back a few days later, said the same thing. So I went online and did a research, and it's happening a lot. If you just go on and search that situation, Green Dot Bank fraud through Apple Cash. So anyway.
So Apple, if you're not using Apple, let me just talk to the audience. You load in your credit card information. Apple's supposed to be a secure interface where you can use your facial recognition or your thumbprint or whatever your credentials are for the device to be a third-party payer so they don't have to get your whole credit card information. But somehow these people got, I suppose they got access to your account or your phone somehow and used it to just run these charges up.
Exactly. And I'm not the only one. There again, like I said, I searched it online. It's happening a lot. It's still happening. People have been getting thousands of dollars. I don't keep that much in there. I don't use it a whole lot, but at this particular time, I was expecting to do a transaction to my son. So
man,
in there, and they got all but $3 of it. Rapid fire, like again, rapid fire debits out of it. The first two were denied. They were like 2 cents and then $1. And then they tried 100 and they took off till they went above what was left, and they kept wheeling it down. $29 at the end 2 or 3 times. Yeah, emptied out my account except for a few bucks.
Man, that is a sick feeling. That is a terrible feeling. Well, I appreciate the
Yeah.
warning and the heads up. What would people search? Is there a name for this kind of attack that you've come across if people were searching this happening to other people?
I just went to a search page and typed in Apple Cash TikTok scam.
Okay.
Green Dot Bank.
All right.
There are some replies on there. Some of them said check with the Consumer Finance Bureau, CFPB. I'm not sure what the P stands for. So that's what I'm going to do next. Start calling some legislators or something because, yeah.
Yeah, legislators aren't going to do anything for you, but stay on it. Let us know how you do with it. I'm surprised they don't have some liability being they're presenting themselves as a secure interface, but clearly you got a breach there. I do know that a few days ago there were some very serious warnings to update your phones. Have you done an update lately, or do you have automatic updates on your phone? Yeah, you got to keep on top of that.
I did all the updates. They told me to go in there and change all my passwords. I did all that, but there again, I don't know how. I don't know how they got through the securities. But
I hate that for you.
First time ever I've had anything like that happen. So,
well,
be aware out there with your Apple Cash accounts.
Yep. Thank you, Steve. Good heads up. I guess no comfort to Steve, but it could have been worse. I mean, you hear about these. Look, the phishing scams are everywhere. I mean, the thing to look for is a sense of urgency. If you get an email where they say, we just charged $5,000 on your Amazon account, that's not legit. Nobody's doing that. And don't click on anything they send you. You go straight to your account the way you normally log in. That's true of PayPal, Amazon, your banks. They're real good at spoofing what looks like your legitimate account. You can hover over the email address that it came from, and you can tell that it's a fake address. It won't even be a .com. It'll say something else, or you can see that the language is weird. There are a lot of telltale signs. Bottom line, don't trust anything. Don't trust anything, and don't be quick and impulsive on clicking on things till you've checked it out. Just assume it's fake. If it's alarming, and go check it out through other channels. Do not use those emails because then they're in your device. Brian is on a cell phone. What's up, Brian?
Hey, Leland, AJ, love you guys. Look, this happened to me. This happened to a couple friends of mine. They didn't get me. They almost did. Anybody who has Apple, star pound 21 pound. If everything comes up, those are engineering codes. If everything comes up disabled, you're good. If anything comes up other than disabled, you're not good. Pound 21 pound sets it right back. There's a new Apple update that's supposed to help this. I've been all over this, Leland. They had total control of my phone. And I'm good at this stuff, man. I know what I'm talking about. And it's the most amazing thing I've ever seen.
So what is that feature you just described? You said it was star pound 21.
Star pound 21 pound is the engineering code. You put it in your Apple phone, hit send. All it's going to do is bring up different. It's going to bring up different aspects of your phone. It's just engineering code. Everything should say disabled. If anything says anything other than disabled, pound 21 pound puts it back. Now, I caught them red-handed, man. They had my whole network. I've had to change my router, emails. I've had to, buy new computers. And Leland, this is what I do for a living. I work in Europe from here in Birmingham. And these guys are good. And I don't know how they got through. I've talked to Apple. I've been to the Apple store. They thought I was crazy. Now they don't. This is real. This is happening. And they're doing it on Android, too. And they're doing it just like that man said. And the man who just called, if you're listening, *21#. If anything says anything other than disabled, you're compromised. #21#. We'll take them out. But they got in there somehow. And they got these new emails they're sending out that look so good. And it's called white on white. So basically, there's typing on the email, but it's white on white, so you can't see it. And
I'm
so it's
actually
coming through
I'm searching that as you're talking to me to see what it says, and indeed it does. There is some advice online about how that works for sure.
It is, and Apple emails. I don't even have any email attached to my Apple phone right now, and I've had every Apple phone since the first one. And I've talked with Apple Support. I've talked with Apple Text. They want my phone. And they said they'd give me the new iPhone 17 just to bring this one in because I saved all my analytics. I mean, they're trying to figure this out. And it's coming out of Europe. But these people are good.
Yeah.
And I'm advising everybody.
Check your phones.
Don't take my word for it. Google it. *21#. It's just they're just engineering codes that you put in your phone, and it just brings up different things. It's real, man. I know people that's gotten taken for thousands leaving. I was literally watching them fixing to take everything I own.
Well, I'm glad you caught them, and that's the other side of the story from a previous
I caught them
call.
live.
What did you do to stop it though? You hit the other code?
I unplugged my internet. I had to go wake my wife up. We had to get every credit card out. We had to call them physically.
Yeah.
I had to turn everything off, all my cellular
So
down.
you had to just get
everything.
completely off the networks and brick all
completely
your
off
devices.
The grid and called and canceled everything right then at like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Well, look, man, thanks for the info. I'm going to keep searching into this, and I'll just
Do
advise.
that, please. Just spread the word, man. 'cause
Thanks,
it's real,
Brian.
and it's happening, and it's killing people, man.
That's tough. Look, I don't know, Brian. I assume he's being friendly and giving good advice. Y'all just do your own homework. But he may have something there, but I wouldn't go pick your phone up and do that yet until you know what you're up to.
Exactly.
But I did look it up, and it's what the internet's saying what he said, that it's it creates some status, particularly of your call forwarding. In other words, what it looks like is they could they get in your phone and create a situation where your phone forwards your data to somewhere else, and that's how they get your data. They just forward it somehow. Am I sounding too pedestrian? Do I sound as dumb about this as I did crypto earlier? This is the Leland doesn't know squat night. I mean, I feel overwhelmed with all this info. But no, man, that's tough. When we live in such a digital world, it makes me want to go Amish. AJ. I miss cash money, and I miss paper maps, and just it's too much.
Yeah,
I'm done. I want to just read by candlelight and be left alone.
Yeah, maybe the beauty pageant contestant was right about maps and people having
U.S.
maps.
Americans don't have maps.
Yes, and I'm kind of like that too. You know, we everything is like you almost like you have to have cash in some aspects now, but then there are some where you don't need cash But we live in a day and age where everything's digital. Everything like now, I mean, my debit, credit, all that stuff is on my phone. They have this quote like he was talking about the Apple Pay, and only reason I got Apple Pay on my phone is I went to go to lunch one day and I left my wallet.
You ever leave your
here.
wallet? Yeah, you're just yeah.
And I was like, oh, and I ordered my food. I'm at the drive-through and I'm like patting my my pockets. I was like,
and you feel like a deadbeat. You're like, oh, I don't have money. Can I just have this? It's because we'll forget our wallets, but we don't forget the damn phone.
Right. And then the lady was like, well, do you have Apple Pay? And I was like, and I felt old. I was like, dawg, what is that? I have no, dawg, what is that, George? I was like,
oh, my son, he was just looking down on me for years when he runs around New York City where everybody takes it. And he just uses his watch. He'll just hold his watch up and pay for stuff and walk out.
Yeah.
I'm like, I guess that's convenient, but still, you're open to all this stuff all the time. And then we had the story today about the guy that hacked all the, I call them Roombas. I don't know if they've changed the name. All the little
Roombas,
little iRobot devices. He had 7,000 under his control. He could just make them do whatever.
I mean, what are you gonna make a Roomba do? Because
I don't know. Just run around like Joe Biden.
I mean, it doesn't. It's just gonna go in circles and bumping things.
Get stuck under the couch.
The cat's just gonna ride it all day. I mean, just like, okay. They call me Roomba Man. I'm gonna sweep up all your floors.
I've had those things. They do. You'll clean out the little dustbin and go, wow, this thing's picking up all kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But then they wind up just disappearing under the couch somewhere, and I think they're more trouble than they're worth. Most people give up on them.
I had one.
Yeah,
I did, and it just like kept running into my sofa, and then it actually got lost. I forgot where his home place was.
Well, some advice out there, if you ever find yourself going through a divorce or dividing assets, little pro tip to the audience, let her keep the Roomba.
Yeah, and the cat.
Because AJ's giving away a cat, and just let her keep the Roomba because it's just going to frustrate. Let her have that frustration in her life. Just go get a broom.
Go old school.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, we're just all over it tonight. Lonnie's Furniture Company, bringing you the show tonight. Y'all know how much I've talked about them over the years, and it's not an exaggeration. One of my favorite feedbacks on this company is when people say, "Wow, you weren't lying." What did you think I'm doing? Just hyping every day on I'm telling you, this is the best furniture store you'll ever see. It's such a cool place. Even if you're not even looking for furniture, it's kind of fun to go walk around in there. It's just so much stuff, such nice stuff. Maybe you just need some ideas because you don't know what you want, but you want to change things up. Just go walk around. There's so many comparable styles and then opposite styles. All of it's good quality. Brands you're going to know. And it'll give you some inspiration. Some of it's already professionally staged and grouped, so it'll give you some ideas. Otherwise, you may like the couch over there, but the table over here, they don't mind. They'll help you pull it all together, whether you're buying a house full or just sprucing a room up or outside stuff. Man, the weather's about to get good, and we'll be back outside. Go check out that Green Country line of outdoor furniture. You'll love that stuff. It's heavy. It's durable. I tell the story all the time. I got 2 white Adirondack chairs that I got from John years ago when I first bought my house. And there they sit in the same spot in my yard looking good. Every now and then I have to hose them off with a pressure washer, but they just solid as a rock. No chipping, cracking, peeling, fading. This is good, solid outdoor furniture. Lania's Furniture Company, LAUNAUS, Lania'sFurnitureCompany.com. One more time for our friends over at Ox Foundation Solutions. If you got anything going on underneath your house, or maybe you don't know, you're just curious, something's not right, you can sense it with your foundation. Might be a weird smell or a crack that showed up all of a sudden, or the floor feels a little bit not level. Get them on it. The quicker you find the problem, the cheaper it is to fix. It's that simple when it comes to foundation work. No matter whether you're on a slab or a poured wall or concrete block or a crawl space, a full basement, whatever, things change. The weather, the expansion and contraction of the soil, all this stuff can affect your home in strange ways. Ox is the complete company that does all those services: leveling, water removal, mold removal, encapsulation, all of it. Let them help. Oxstrong.com, oxstrong.com. Do you really think the Democrats are going to try to bring illegal immigrants into the chamber tonight? They can't be that stupid.
I mean, you think about the imagery behind that, right? It's definitely going to be shown on all national television. And then if ICE agents walk up in there, start arresting people.
That'd be outstanding. I say Trump should stop the speech, take them out of the room, put them in the paddy wagon. What they're trying to do, if they do that, what counts tomorrow is what is the headline. What are we talking about? When Nancy Pelosi ripped up that speech, she stole Trump's headline. He had an incredible speech, and it pissed her off. That's all everybody was talking about was the speech rip, and we forgot what was in it. And for people that won't watch, most people won't watch, all you're going to get tomorrow is the headline or whatever you're doing on your dumb social media.
Mm-hmm.
So they may do it just to co-opt the whole event and get all the headlines from dragging an illegal in there.
I mean, but how would you know that they're gonna have like signs on their shirt?
Oh, they'll probably
like
dress them up in a sombrero or something. Danny Knowles is with the Knowles Group. I'm just guessing. Man, don't be playing the market on your own. Just don't do that. I mean, if you want to day trade with some side cash, fine. That's just gambling if you don't know what you're doing. Long-term planning takes strategy, thought, history, algorithms, averages, math. Let Danny Knowles and his team sit down with you and figure that stuff out. They know their stuff, and they'll get it straight for you and get you where you want to be in retirement. Let your money work for you one day. It's the Knowles Group, lifelong buddy. He knows his stuff. TheKnowlesGroup.com, N-O-L-E-S, TheKnowlesGroup.com. Happy State of the Union Day. Hopefully we've got something crazy to talk about tomorrow.
Now I got to tune in even more to watch it.
Yeah.
Say breaking bread.
Oh, there it is. Sorry,
there
man.
you go.
My bad.
It's all right. Goodbye, AJ.